So this season's been interesting, hasn't it? Because you came off a year in 2014 when you won 3 races. 2015 you didn't win any. And then what did you expect from 2016? Because you came in with quite low expectations.
Absolutely. I mean, 2016, the beginning of the year, we were thinking it was going to be very, very difficult for us to be in the top 5 or 6 teams. And so actually to be here still within the first half of the year, having won a Grand Prix, had 2 other podiums in Monaco and China, a few front row starts. But it's been a very positive, start to the year.
2015 hadn't worked out the way you'd wanted it. So did you almost lose hope?
Hope was dead from day one, Ted. Fear is what got me through. It makes no sense at all, does it? I'll answer that seriously.
Fear keeps you sharp.
Beginning of 15 was pretty average for Red Bull terms, but we picked it up, the end of 15 or the midway through the 15, and that then gave us hope for 16. So I came into the season with a good spark.
Then there was Spain and the whole weekend. Looking back with a bit of distance on it now, did you handle the transition from team to team the best you could? Because on the Thursday, and obviously Daniel Kvyat wasn't happy about it, it was a tough day that in Spain, wasn't it, that Thursday?
It was a lot of work. I mean, the week before I was spending a lot of time in the factory, learning all the new procedures on the simulator, getting used to all the new people around me. And it was not easy, I have to say, because it's completely new. The car is completely different.
We were leading, or I was leading. I wouldn't say we were that quick, though. Like, even though we were leading and I had enough control, I wasn't as quick as I would have liked to have been, So that was obviously just one part separate to the result.
Basically, I was just enjoying my time, It was crazy to say, but at the end it worked out perfectly.
Obviously, the call, and then all of a sudden, Max won, his first race with the team. So there was a whole lot of craziness going on. It was a pretty wild weekend, to say the least.
It was a fairy tale weekend. I mean, nobody...
Well, at the beginning it wasn't.
Nobody
it was a lot of attention.
in a million years would think that you could upgrade a driver into a team and he'd go off and win his first Grand Prix at 18 years of age. And obviously there was a little bit of luck involved with what happened to Mercedes, but we still had to capitalise on that. And
the driver switch was vindicated. Helmut's decision, your decision, was vindicated by that.
I believe so.
Back
I think that, at the time it seemed like a harsh decision, but I think ultimately it was the right decision. And then, of course, he goes on to vindicate that by winning the Grand Prix and putting in the type of performance he had. And, of course, it took away any external doubt about where his future lay.
So then what you really want, a week later or a couple of weeks later, is a nice calm race and some good success. And you get Monaco.
Yep. The place built for calm, and yeah. I would say, very confident and optimistic about my chances there. And I knew Monaco was a chance to get my first pole of my career, and
well, you
worked.
knew it. You said it on the team radio after qualifying. This is my time.
Yes! My time.
And then for the race to go the way it did, I mean, do you now put it down to, a story you'll tell your grandkids one day, or does it still sort of hurt?
I hope it turns into a story I tell my grandkids, when hopefully I'm swimming in a sea of trophies and I can say, this is that second place that is silver and should have been coloured gold, but it's okay because I got plenty more. But, I think it will always hurt, and until I hopefully win that race one day, it'll probably always hurt a little bit.
Of course, what happened. It went wrong. We need to learn from it, put processes in place to ensure it doesn't happen again. He can smell, the opportunity of getting some big results, and I think that's really lifted him up. I think bringing Max into the team has been a positive for him, because for sure he's raised the bar again. He's had to.
But there are races ahead that you think you can win?
Yeah, maybe when we go to Hungary, I think we can be pretty close again. But again, we need to get on top of the degradation issues we had, and still we need to improve the car as well.
The speed's there, and we're still set for some good things ahead.